I'm back.
Hi.
Yes, it is indeed.
Or
How are you, Per?
I'm fine. I'm
You you
fine.
are
It's
looking like you have feathers on your wings,
no,
don't
there's a
you?
bird.
It's a bird.
Ah, bird
It's a,
of prey in my
it's a
studio.
black hawk. It's a black
It's a
hawk.
it's a black hawk eagle.
Yes,
Oh
yes.
my goodness. No, it's
Yeah.
great. It's actually a bit more chilly up here in the north. So
Mhm.
it last week it was very hot, but now I don't have to swim every morning to survive. How are things on the east coast Baltic Sea?
Yeah, well, it's okay. It's a little bit colder today. Yesterday was 27, 28, and also
Well,
the many days I was too hot, and I started to practice now. I found
mm,
out that I can no longer live in holiday mood. I was practicing really
mm.
this piece, Un sueño morisco, my double concerto I wrote. So we are recording that soon. So, oh my God, it's hard. It's difficult.
Because we have some emails on people actually asking how long is Maestro Lindberg going to stay in his vacation mode? People are worried about your embouchure and so
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
So it's good to hear that you actually are back on the.
I started through 4 or 5 days ago with a little warm up, and then today I have actually done six. Yesterday and today I did 6 sessions of 24 minutes plus the warm up of 14 minutes. So
Yeah,
around
that was the
three
main
hours a day.
question. Do you live by the example? Do you play your own warm up the day
Yeah, yeah,
one
yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah,
twice
yeah,
day
yeah,
two?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I have done exactly that. So, but now I'm pretty tired, but
Mhm.
looking very much forward to tonight.
Tonight, what a night!
Release.
What
Yes.
an enormously staff of guests, a
Yeah.
variety of people, and the release. My goodness, as you can see behind me, there's a bird again here. It's the Black Hawk Eagle has landed,
Yes,
hasn't it?
yes, it has. And it's really fun to have Roger Bobo with
Wow,
me because
yeah.
this was a commission from the Aelos competition where Jonas and I and Roger was sitting and judging together. So we had this piece there. And the pianists who had to accompany it, they were frightened because the piano part is so difficult. Roland has made it almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. Who actually made the piano reduction? He did it himself, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
exactly. And every time he plays it now, he's scared to death. He's practicing like a maniac. But it's a beautifully. I mean, he
Mm,
really he made it from the orchestra score. So
mm.
so the way he did that was pretty amazing, actually.
Astonishing. Yes.
So
So we actually are waiting for Spotify to release the album and so on. But we have some small excerpts, some
absolutely.
examples of the recording, which we maybe are about to play. Who knows?
Exactly. Go ahead. Just go ahead while we letting our
Oh
first
my
guest,
God.
my most important teacher, Roger Bobo.
Is that so? That's
Uh,
great.
so go ahead. Welcome, Roger.
Welcome to the
Roger,
show.
my big hero, my teacher, the first one who actually gave me the encouragement to become a soloist when I was 23. Everyone else says you're crazy. Roger said I'm crazy, but I'll manage. Hi,
No,
Roger.
that was
Welcome.
easy to see. That was easy to see.
Great to be. How are you? You are in Oaxaca, aren't you? In Mexico.
Oaxaca, Mexico.
Yeah.
I shortly after we did that job in Oaxaca together, I went back and spent 3 or 4 days in Los Angeles. I said, I don't need to be here in this traffic. And I came back down to stay a few more weeks, and now it's been 5 years.
Wow.
Oh, that's amazing. Amazing. And you were part of we have this release tonight. You heard the fanfare. The fanfare was for you, of course. You heard the fanfare in the beginning. You were actually with us when this piece. We were together when this piece was played, or like almost world premiered in the Aulos competition.
Yes,
Yes. What is your memories from that?
it was a powerful piece. And it had power, it had drama, it had tenderness. And I think it was maybe one of the finest brass pieces I've ever heard. And I've heard a few.
Wow.
Oh, that's wow, wow, wow. That's quite a quite a compliment. Yeah, yeah. I was very, very happy when you said that, and because I feel when you sit there and hear the piece played, you actually feel that it's like when you play sometimes you feel, no, I really I really blew it here. It was a terrible piece, you think yourself, you know.
Oh,
And then I was so happy to hear that from you, that you liked it. It was fun.
it was a fun few days.
Yes. So and Roger, you are teaching now quite a lot.
Well, I teach a lot online.
Yes.
I had a student from Australia this morning and two euphonium players from Hong Kong yesterday. And every day, 2 or 3 players.
It's amazing. Yeah. I mean, you still how long have you come in life? What is your age?
I'm 83.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Still
How old are
fresh.
you?
Well, I'm 63, so I'm 20 years younger.
That's equally amazing because I remember you in Topanga as a kid.
Yeah. Yes, it's quite amazing. So you were 43 then when you must have been 43 then. Yeah, my
I
God.
guess it was 20 years ago exactly.
Yeah, ooh la la. Oh, that was an amazing time. We were in Topanga Canyon together.
Oh, 40 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. I was doing a
My
quick bit of
God, it's
math.
40
It's
years
40
ago.
years ago. Yeah.
Oh la la, oh la la. Yeah,
You came up with the Swedish Brass Quintet
yeah.
up to my house and we set it up and you guys played for an afternoon and I said a few things. I was amazed by you guys. I had never heard a brass quintet like that before.
That's great. But you were also pretty tough to me sometimes. When I was not doing well, I went home I was crushed. I remember that.
I don't remember that.
It was terrible. And the next time I was frightened when I came. But I'm gonna do well. And then I mean it was great because you really pushed me so much on attacks and things like that. That was amazing. And in a piece like this like the Black Hawk Eagle, I have so much help of your comments there. And also when I hear people, because to actually use the tongue at the right time before legatos and so on, and that was amazing what you did there. And we have another guest here, don't
Yeah,
we?
gentlemen, I was going to say it's starting to become a little bit brassy here. We have a fantastic pianist coming in because this recording is featured by gentleman Roland Pöntinen, as you may know him by now. So listen to this and let's bring him on. Roland is
Yes.
running.
You are upside down again.
Still?
You always are.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Fantastic piano playing here, Roland.
Oh, thank you. As long as it's in this pace, it's okay.
Yeah.
So, am I allowed to say something horrible about this? Not horrible, but really funny, because I met you when you just finished this piano reduction from the score, and you were a little bit, no one is ever going to be, possible to play this. And then you ended up playing it yourself. Isn't that so?
Well, I mean, I was maybe slightly overambitious in I tried to cover as much as in the orchestral part as possible for the piano. So that's a mistake you do many times, maybe trying to do a reduction for piano. So it ended up that I was sort of extracting or taking away some things that were not entirely necessary. So that's why. So it was actually very difficult. The first version was more or less unplayable, but it got better.
The pianists complained that they couldn't play it twice in one evening.
Yeah. I know. I know. I'm really, as I said, I tried a bit too hard to to have as much as possible in the piano part. But
you can play it, right? So does it matter?
I can play it, but I have to work too. I have to. It was almost like I looked at the score and I said, "Well, who wrote this piano reduction? Oh, it was me." And then, but having written it myself, I had also the authority to take away some notes.
Yeah. So now it's a little bit more playable, is it?
Yeah. Now I think it's more or less playable. Still.
No, it's amazing what you do there.
It sounds fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. We actually got another friend coming in as well.
Absolutely.
And we are just about to listen to some more music here. So Jonas!
Yay!
Wow.
Great, Jonas. So great to see you. I remember we sat there in the jury together, and I remember your I think your companies down in Hanover, wasn't it?
Yeah. And Maria Kim, yeah.
And she was frustrated. She was so afraid of me also, I said, because is he going to tell me I play the wrong notes or something like that?
I remember coaching my students doing the piece. That was quite a hard job, that too, actually. Not the part either, I would say.
No. And also, to be really fair and honest, I should say that when I did the world premiere of this piece in Helsinki, it was like not really a proper world premiere. It was like an informal one, because the premiere was in Düsseldorf. I missed the last note really badly because I was too tired. But I think the competitors did really well, didn't they?
Oh yeah. There were 4 of them, I think. It was in the semi-final, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I remember with 4 of them playing. No, that was good. Yeah, absolutely.
So how is life, Jonas? Well, you are in holiday mood. I see with the beard and everything.
I'm very much in summer mood now. I mean, guess I'm quite geographically quite in between where you and Per are, right?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yes. We can wave to each other.
Yeah, we can wave to each other.
Actually, wave in that direction then.
Yeah, it's quite windy here, but it's no. I'm just halfway in vacation mood because I'm actually preparing for the Stockholm Chamber Brass is hosting the Stockholm Chamber Brass Academy in a few weeks, so that I'm kind of getting in shape for that. So.
Where is that taking place?
In Leksand, in Sweden.
In Leksand. Okay.
So it's a course for brass chamber music.
Leksand, another hideous hockey place.
Oh yeah. Do you know anything about that?
Leksand, no, nothing. I know nothing about the horse. No. Yeah, we got now two fantastic, three brass players, two trombone players, one tuba god, and one pianist super god. So, can you still hear me? Yes.
Yeah, we can still hear you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
It was
yes.
lagging a bit here. Sorry about that. We should listen to some more music on this live stream in just a short while. I would just ask you. Oh no.
Oh, what's happening?
So sorry, I had a fire here with a fan poster that I'm sorry.
I mean, I guess you have so many, so you can just burn one. Yeah.
Yes, I apologize for that because I'm so thrilled to meet Mr. Bobo and also you, Jonas. Now it's really taking on here fire. I have to move this a bit, but no, it's okay. I'm a big fan, Jonas, and I wonder why you've smashed so many trombones throughout your career. So I wanted to make a sort of a psychological valuation. If you don't mind, this is a copy of your head.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
eBay. And it's actually based on a watermelon.
Okay. Yeah.
That I got from Mexico. But now I just opened your brain a bit and look inside, and I see it's empty.
Yeah, well,
and I know you're a professor of the trombone in the Hochschule in Hannover, right? Have you ever been connected?
What kind of question?
No, this is a good TV show. I'm eating your brain while you're answering these questions.
No, I'm not.
Have you ever been affiliated with?
Not.
No.
Oh, I think he's really going over the top. He's out now, isn't he?
He is really.
I'm sorry.
No.
There's one more. Okay.
Okay, throw me out. I don't.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. No. Go to the music now. He's going over the top now.
He has gone too far, too many weeks in a row. Du ska in nu också.
Yeah, so that's the really hard.
Wow. We have our friend Fredrik coming in also.
Yeah. Yes. That's pretty tough, this little lick there, what you have.
How hard is that to play?
Oh, it's very difficult.
On the trombone.
That's also another thing that I regret that I wrote, because it's like you're taking a big breath and you're gonna last forever. And it's like and then you have at the end the glissando. And if you forget that breath, you're lost, really lost. But no, that was very, very difficult. Sometimes you write something and you think you're going to be able to do it, and then it's like with Roland, isn't it? Yeah.
Fredrik, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I had a fire here, so I had
I can feel.
throw this guy out, Mr. Jack. I hope he didn't offend anyone.
He's a hideous person, really.
Yes, I'm working with him, but
he should write a trombone concerto.
The pills are not strong enough yet.
He should write a trombone concerto.
Oh, he has.
Oh, really?
Yes. But it's on Tarodi, so no one plays it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jonas, can you tell me how is your what's happening with the Aolos competition? Do you have any? Is it on
Well,
again?
The last time it was, I mean, it as far as I know, it's hosted this year. I mean, it was postponed last year.
Yes.
Which instrument it is this year, but I mean, it still keeps its 3-year cycles. So it's basically, I mean, if we talk about the trombone competition, it comes up every 3rd year, as far as I know.
Yeah, but it was the last time was this one, was it? Or
No. It was one later. It was one in, let's say, 2019. It was one also.
Yeah,
So,
that's right. Yeah, I remember that.
2016, yes. 2019. So I mean, it was supposed to be next one in 2022, but since they just had to move the schedule 1 year now, I guess so. I don't really know when the trombone is going to be on next time, but it's still active and it still has a great international reputation and great.
Who is the latest winner?
It was the one in 2019 then. Jonathan Ramsey, the trombone player from Australia. Won.
I don't know anything about that. What? That's strange. That was, that was 19 was also when the Tchaikovsky competition was, wasn't it?
Yeah, that might have been. Yeah.
Yeah. It was at the same time. Right before we were getting close down.
Yeah.
Are you doing any jury work, Roger?
No, not at the moment. Well, there's a quasi symphony orchestra audition. That was an international thing, and we had something like 125 players and about 10 judges. It got really awkward.
Yes.
But we're going to announce a winner, I think, in the next days, actually.
Yes. Wow. So, Per.
And of course, I don't go out. I don't think we go to any venues anymore, or we haven't for a while.
No.
Of course.
Are you going to travel anything soon, Roger, or is it like
finally
in
yes, October, in the middle of October, I'm going to start in Los Angeles and do a few things there and work my way across the country to Tennessee, then up to Interlaken, and then to Penn State, then to Boston, then to Bamberg and Würzburg.
Oh yeah.
Wow,
that's it.
It's not, I'm hoping it's not fixed yet. Zurich and Budapest.
Wow.
And maybe Jerusalem. I'm ambitious. I want to do it. It was all booked. It was all ready to go.
Yeah.
6 months ago or so. And, I had done everything except buy the tickets. And then in about 4 days' time, I realized that everything had to be canceled.
Yeah.
And it was hard. So right now, this is recovering that tour.
Yes. But you think it's going to happen, or, I mean, you never know, because
well, I was sure it was going to happen until about 3 days ago, and until things started going south again.
Yeah.
And, so I think that it's better than a 50-50 chance.
Yeah.
I certainly hope so, because I'm going to be very disappointed if it goes down.
Is this a performing tour or teaching and or workshops and
teaching? Exactly that. Workshops and teaching, talking a lot.
Yeah. No. Like for me, it's been very, very drastic. It was 14 months without anything, and now it's starting again, and then they close things down again. We don't know. We still don't know. We have a tour with this program, Roland, and is Roland is still here? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. We have a tour in. We have actually. We had a concert in Stockholm which was postponed actually, until December, until November with this program.
Corona.
But
And then we are going to go. We are doing Gothenburg, but have to do it without a pause, without an interval in the beginning. So it's going to be very, very tough.
I thought you were going to say we have to do it without a mask.
So they removed all. So they have removed all the pauses, the rests.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
Christian,
Yeah?
I'm not really. I think this pandemic. I don't know anyone that. I mean, you haven't scaled down at all. I mean, you have been working like maniac during the pandemic. I mean, not touring, but you have done so many other things all the time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
He's not a
You haven't scaled
scale down
down.
person, is he?
No.
I particularly
one is-
enjoyed the marathon.
Yes, yeah. That was.
We all saw that. But that's because the original virus came from Valudden. So he's been immune for 2 years now.
Yeah, but you know the thing is this European gramophone thing, which this is part of, is one of the best things I've done in my whole life. I think it's really fantastic to be able to bring other artists in. Also, we are recording a lot of orchestras. We're doing a lot of other soloists. We just recently we did the greatest flute player in the world, I think. Tobias Caron, some Mozart things. So it's unbelievable. And we are streaming like crazy. We are streaming so much so that Spotify had to look at one of our items and say,
I think we're fraud.
they stop it because they thought it was robots that did it, because they were so much for being a classical release. So they didn't. Now we are, of course, proving to them that it's real human that's streaming, but we have really had great success with that. So that's.
Look behind you. There's actually a robot attacking you from behind. So Jonas, how was your pandemic quarantine life?
Well, a little bit like this, I would say. I was sitting in front of a computer and teaching trombone players in other places around in Oslo and Hanover. But I mean, of course, it wasn't the best. But as an alternative it really worked out quite well in the end. I mean, I think we all learned a lot by this, and let's hope it won't last for long. But of course, when I was especially in Oslo, that in Norway they had quite hard restrictions. I wasn't able to enter that country, so I haven't seen my class in Oslo live for more than half a year now. So.
But you didn't lose any money. You kept your salary.
I have very good schools where I'm working, so they were very, very good in that way. No, I didn't. So I mean, I cannot complain. I mean, the students maybe complain for the circumstances, but no, it was a very strange time, of course. But
of course,
I think in a way, I don't think that digital teaching will be any. I will try to avoid it as much as I can in the future. But I think that both me and my student have learned quite a lot. So if we have to do it again for some reasons, I mean, I think it will still work. We know what is working and what is not.
Yeah, it's quite fun actually. I did yesterday two of these. I mean, for the competitions, they win lessons, and I had two very exciting lessons yesterday. So I think it's quite exciting.
No, I mean, of course, if you I mean, it is possible to be creative also online, no question, absolutely. But it's, I mean, if you work, I mean, if you have one lesson or two, but if you work on a long period and you see this student comes and they study the bachelor program for 4 years or master for 2, and they have what is it, 15, 16 months with just digital lessons, it's of course it's a catastrophe for some of them.
But I also think we have to consider that in the future there will be screens big as walls, and the sound quality will be as you're in the room. And I mean, we've actually had a digital revolution now due to the corona pandemic. So those sort of giant leaps that we have taken now would have taken maybe 5-6 years that we advanced in just a few months. So I think a combination of both will be present for the future. I'm sure of it. Especially big corporations will realize that they don't need all these fancy halls and meeting rooms. You don't have to travel to meet people and stuff like that. And they will earn a lot of money or save a lot of money just to use digital tools.
I think that we, especially, I mean, of course, as artists and performers, but also as teachers, I mean, I will defend the physical school, so to speak, as long as I live and as long as I teach, because I think it's not just the lessons, but it's actually also being part of a class. And to meet your fellow student colleagues and practice with them, meet them, just have a coffee with them, or a beer, or a few beers even, and many, and
Jonas.
just go and have and be creative together. I think this is so important. And so the digital world is so much alone in that way somehow.
Mr. Bobo,
Roger wants to get in here.
Yeah.
Well, I was just going to say some of the projects that we see now of multiple people playing, quartets from around the world playing together, and videos, some beautiful productions. It's opening up almost a new art form.
Yeah,
it is. So I think as music always does, it develops. It's like a river that if there's a rock, you go around it, and this is just a staple that's not a word, but this is just a obstacle in the way for music, and then we find another way and we develop, and as we're doing that, music as itself will develop as well, I think. So this has happened before. This is nothing new for music.
Excuse me, but we at European Gramophone are used to rivers because we are streaming like a vivid river. And ladies and gentlemen, music lovers, the album just dropped on Spotify.
Wow.
So let me put the link in the commentary field right here. We actually have some questions as well. I think we got 3 minutes left. We actually don't, but Hamid asks to all of you, how will music be affected by the pandemic in form and content? Maybe we actually answered that one before we saw the question, have we?
Yeah, I think so. I think we went really into it. Roger, answer that question. This is a doctor who is asking, who is a scientist in a way on the brain.
I think that we have a new art form, that some of the audio videos that are being put together are becoming quite sophisticated and can go different directions of powerful joy, and it has a bright future. I don't think it's going to stop when coronavirus disappears.
No, I hope so. That's great.
And also, Matusala asks, maybe this is a bit of a view on the question, but on the subject, how will music change due to the pandemic? Will there be a change of the music itself, or will they coexist?
Wow, that's a difficult question. Yeah, the thing is that I think we will have to start to do much more chamber music because it will take a lot of time before the big orchestras comes in. Still will take a couple of years where every orchestra feels safe of doing all that. And I hope one thing, that we are traveling less, saving the planet.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember this discussion in the early 90s when the computer actually became an instrument for composers. And there was this debate about, because there was a limitation that the computers were really good at at doing short notes and fast notes, but the longer line and the longer phrase was not so convenient for the early computer software. So there was, and music actually changed because of that, and then it changed back as a reaction to that. So we can't really tell, but every new situation will develop music in any way the composers finds it and the musicians finds it sort of convenient to go that river line or that river direction that we have to find good music. But there will be good music in the future as well.
Yeah,
Roland,
technology
last
has
word.
always influenced music as well, right? Yeah, Roland, please.
Roland, last word.
Famous last words.
Famous last word, Roland.
Music will always find its own way.
Good, short, good, and wonderful. And
Thank you for
we're
tonight.
going to play the last clip now, and
Don't forget to like our Facebook page, our Instagram, and so on. And please stream along. The Black Hawk Eagle is coming to town.
Thank you, Jonas. Thank you, Roger. Thank you, Fredrik.
Thank you.
Thank you, Roland. Thank you, Per.
Thank you so
Bye.
much, Christian, Roger, Jonas, Fredrik, and Roland. See you next week with some interesting new releases.